There's lots to talk about surrounding the Knicks with only 12 games left in the season. So let's bring in Celso Porto, co-host of the Knicks Morning Brew show. My man had about 3 coffees and, of course, my Knicks Morning Brew. Let's get this thing popping. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I mean, how could you not? We're about to pull off a 3-seed, B? Come on, man. You always bring me on at the right time, you know, where the energy is just matches where we are in the season, bro. I'm excited.
All right, they play the Pistons tonight. No need to really go deep in on the Pistons. Let's start with some of the storylines going into this game. Our Knicks beat writer, Stephen Bondi, has an article out on the Post website titled Knicks Pistons Trade Deadline Deal Hasn't Worked Out for Either Team. The Knicks got Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic in the trade. Your thoughts on those two since they've been in New York?
Well, shout out to Bondi. We were blessed to have him on the Knicks Morning Brew, and I love the stuff he puts out there. This is one of those ones where I was like, kind of agree, kind of disagree, because I never saw the trade as a major move for us. It was, hey, we need bodies, we need some points off the bench, and we were hoping that these two guys would do that. But to me, they were always a bigger play for next season, the next steps, whether we need to make room for salary cap, this and that. The funny thing about Burks and Bojan is they literally can make you love them and dislike them all in the same quarter. You got Alec sitting there shooting threes, missing them, and then he hits 2 or 3, and you're like, yay! So it's really weird with these two. I don't think it was a horrible trade. I think it was the trade we needed, and it's put us in a prime position to be where we're at right now.
You can love them, you can not like them, all in the same beat. It's like me and my dating life, man. That's just how it goes around here. Let's give some flowers out, man, because I was watching the show this morning. You guys, all the energy in the world. Donte DiVincenzo was signed over the summer as a backup shooting guard. 223 three-pointers later, he's only 18 away from tying the single-season mark of 241. The floor is yours. Give DiVincenzo his flowers or his Knicks Morning Brew.
I'll tell you right now, I love that this is the topic because since game 2, I've been banging the drum for the Cenzo gang. Donte DiVincenzo is so much more than just a three-point shot. What he's brought to this team, that continuity we heard of all offseason leading up to this is what it looks like. The Villanova boys playing together is legit. Now, let's be real. I am so ecstatic at the fact that he is only 18 points away because what world, Brandon, should we have it that the French baguette, Evan Fournier, still holds the record? I need Donte and the Cenzo gang to celebrate after that 18th shot goes in. But, man, he has been such a welcomed addition to this team. And let's be real, he's turning himself into a big name and a big star. So the Big Ragu has earned every flower that he receives, bro.
Man, I was going to try and give you a little trivia question and ask you whose record was he going to break. Are you worried? Because if Evan Fournier, and to me, they're kind of around the same player in terms of skill set. If Evan had that breakout year that he had, and then he kind of rode the bench the rest of his time as a Knick, are you worried that DiVincenzo could possibly do the same?
I don't, and I think it goes back to what we've talked about before, B. It's that Villanova continuity that we were going for. What he, Hart, and Brunson do when they're together on that court, it truly is awesome to watch. But the thing is, DiVincenzo is a step up from what we had with Fournier. You know there's not a situation where he's riding that bench. Not just because that shot is so beautiful, but the way he jumps those lanes on defense. He gives you what Tibbs hopes for and what we need. He gives you solid defense. He gives you a guaranteed bucket, and the man is all over the court. He's starting to get some of that Josh Hart vibe at times, right? Where he's just bouncing everywhere. So, no, I see him being a major piece for us, and this not just being one of those hype-up seasons.
All right, let's get into some self-scouting. Okay. Because other than injuries, what is this team going to need to polish or get better at with 12 games left in the season? What can get this team knocked out in the first round?
Going back to their old ways, man. If you start doing that one-man routine and you're clogging up that paint and you're not moving that ball around and you lack on defense, then we're back in the same crap we saw last year. The thing is, I can sit here confidently saying, I think you can too, B. We're not seeing the Knicks of last year or the year before. We're seeing a whole new squad. The way they move the ball around, the fact that every single person, even someone like Deuce McBride, everybody has understood let's get that extra pass. Let's focus on defense. If we continue to play the defensive game that we've been playing, especially over these last 3 weeks, don't go back to your old ways, and you guys, we will see the ECF. Mark it, put it on there, B. ECF, let's go.
Now let's talk about the 3 seed. 12 games left in the season. 7-3 in the last 10 games are currently sitting at the 4 seed in the East. That's a half a game back from Cleveland for that 3 seed. Can this squad lock up that 3 seed, even if they don't get Julius Randle, OG, or Mitch Robb back at 100%?
I believe they can, bro. And here's why. We could have locked it up a week ago, right? When we needed to win, we missed the games we were supposed to grab while the other teams were losing. So, yes, it helps when you've got a team like Cleveland who's dealing with Donovan Mitchell with a fractured nose, right? These are guys that you're going to start seeing dip a little bit. I believe we can lock that 3 seed without our guys. For some reason, the narrative has been if we get everybody back healthy. Maybe we should start talking about, hey, imagine when just OG comes back, because we've seen it. He comes back for 1 game. It's a brand new team. How about, hey, we get 2 guys back? That's even better. But all 3 guys back? You tell me we go into the playoffs with OG, Julius, and Mitch. How you doing? I'll say it again. We're taking it all, and we're locking in that 3 seed, bro.
All right, but 12 games back, you get these guys back. You got to get their conditioning back. You got to get their legs back. I was watching the show this morning. One of the viewers commented that Tibbs is a minute maniac or something. So if let's say these guys come back, couple games left in the season, how many minutes do you give them to get them prepared for the playoffs? Because as you know, playoff speed is a completely different beast.
Thanks. Yeah, so I'll be honest, B, I'm not even focused on the minutes themselves.
Okay.
I'm more focused on seeing what we're seeing from Tibbs. We're seeing a lot of new things from him, new rotations, new groups together, new ways that he's utilizing stuff. So what I want to see is, hey, is Mitch better with that second unit? What's that world look like, right? Is Julius going to be all right with that bully ball? So to me, it's not about how much time they get to get back into it. It's just a matter of how do they all work together. And I'll be honest, bro, we've seen it. I don't think we need 5, 10, 15 games, whatever it is, for them to gel. Give me 2, 3 games with them together, and I think they'll just fit right in the way they're supposed to.
Celso, shout out the platform where the people can find you guys.
Knicks Morning Brew, all things Morning Brew Sports. You can catch us on X, on YouTube, at Morning Brew Sports. Appreciate you, Brandon, as usual. Love you, my guy.
As always, man. Thank you for hopping on.